Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will be solving this puzzle called check subset. Let's go through this. So here the description is given. It's a simple thing we have to do. You are given two sets A and B. Your job is to find whether set A is a subset of B. Okay. All the elements of set A is in set B or not. That is what we have to check. If set A is a subset of B, we have to print true. If not, print false. Okay, that's the simple task we have to do. Two sets will be given to us and we have to figure out whether one set is a subset of another. Okay, means all the elements of one set is present in another set or not. That is what we have to check. So our input format will be like this. First line will have number of test cases, how many test cases you will have, how many such sets you have to check. That is what first line will tell. Then next line will give the number of elements in set A, then the elements in set A, okay, space separated. Similarly, third line will give the number of elements in set B, then fourth line will give elements of B, space separated. So basically we will get A, B whole and the test cases, okay, number of test cases. The constraint is test cases has to be between 0 and 21 and the number of elements in each set has to be between 0 and 1001. Okay, we have to output true or false of each test case on separate line. So for example, you can see test cases are total 3. So first they are giving the number of elements in A 5, so 1 2 3 5 6. Then number of elements in B, so 9 are there, you can see. So this is one test case. Okay, this whole thing is your one test case. Another test case is this and the last test case is this. That is what total 3 means. Okay, so here you can see this is how you will be given, and true false false is the output. You can see all these elements 1 2 3 5 6 are available in set B. 1 2 3 5 6. Okay, similarly here if you will see only one element in set A, so 2 is there, and 5 elements in set B, 3 6 5 4 1. You can see 2 is not available in this set, that is why it is giving false. Similarly in the last case, if you will see this one, 7 elements are there in this, 3 elements in this, and you can clearly see all these elements are not available in set B. That is why false is the output. Okay, they have explained only test case 1, so you can see there. So it's a simple stuff, but we have to do some extra work here, so let's do it. So what is the trick I'll follow? First of all, I'll take the input t test cases. So t is equal to int input. So that is our t test case. Now what I have to do is I have to run a loop, right? So because every time we have to check both the sets, so depending upon the number of t. So for loop I in range 0 to t, okay, 0 to t, that whatever we will do inside it. Now we will take the input, okay, because outside if I'll take input I won't be able to evaluate other test cases. So every time I have to take input here. So we have to take the number of elements and what are the elements. So let's do it. I'll take the input A and I'll call it set A both. Okay, int type input, that is what we have, then comma input dot split. But we can see that is a integer numbers. Okay, these are integer numbers, space separated integer numbers, you can see. So we have to convert them into integer. So for that what I'll do is I'll map it with int map, and since mapping will not give anything output, so I'll do a set form. Okay, because we want everything in set. Instead of list I did set. So this will be the input for A and set A. So similar thing we can do for set B. same thing, but this time I'll do set B. This is also B. So you can see that what I have done in A, because of this, number of element will be stored. In set B, what are the elements in set that will be stored, and it will be converted into integer type and then set form. Okay, so space separated they are. So we got our set. Okay, if you want me to print it, you will see print A comma set A, and similarly B will be there. Okay, so run code. So you can see 5 is the number of element here, 5, and 1 2 3 5 6, 1 2 3 5 6, and curly braces shows that it is a set. Okay, see, this is all for A, and in the next iteration you can see one number of element 2. So here you can see one number of element 2. Then in third case 7, so 7 are there. Okay, so in each iteration it is doing it. So I hope you are getting it. Similar way you can see for B as well. Now we have to check whether how we gonna check it, whether it is available or not, the elements of A in B. So we have to check, right, A is a subset of B or not. So we will take the input. I'll use a for loop again. Each element I'll check. For I in set A, so what this will do, it will take all the elements of set A one by one. Let's say it chooses one first, this one. Then what it will do, it will check in set B. If I in set B, if I will be in set B, we will do what? Continue. It won't do anything, means it will check for another element. Now if it will not find, directly it will print, else it will print false. Because if even a one single element is not found in another set, we can directly say that it is not a subset of B, and directly we can write false, right? But how we gonna do it for true? So for inside it will come. So for example here this is set A, right? It will come first to this guy 1. It will come here inside set B. Set B we already have here. Set B it will check, yes, 1 is there, so it will continue. Next iteration it will look for 2. Okay, then same thing it will do, 2 is there, so continue, but we are not able to track. So what I'll do, I'll use a temporary variable. Okay, just to make a count. Temp is equal to 0. Here what I'll do is temp is equal to temp plus 1. Okay, so it will count every time, and when the counting is equal to total number of length, which is this guy 5, then I'll print if. Okay, so I hope you are able to see that difference. I mean, we are not able to track the true condition. How, when we wanna say true? Okay, so I used a temporary variable with if condition. If temp value is equal to A, because we are looking forward to match all the elements, whether all of them are available in set B. If all of them are in set B, then it will count actually temp variable. See, I'll explain 1 minute. So here what is happening, I initialize temp is equal to 0. Here I am incrementing it. How? So this what does this mean? It means 1 has been found in this set, then 2 has been found in this set, so the value of temp will become 2. Then 3 has been found in this set, so 3. 5 has been found in this set, 4. 6 has been found in this set, 5. Okay, 4, total 5. That's the length. That many elements we had to check. So the temp value is 5. When the temp value is 5, out of this loop then print true. Okay, so that's how we are keeping track of true condition. And when even one single element is not found in set B, it will print false. Okay, that's how it will work. Let's run it. Oops, true false for continues to temp if condition also is working correct. So for I in okay, we have not break it. We should break here, right? Break. Why we should break? Because even a single element is not present, then there is no point of doing other calculation. We'll break it, print false, we'll break it, and we'll move on to the next test case. That's why. Okay, let me run it now. So now it's working. Let's submit it. Oops, all the test cases are okay. Temp values you have taken the initialized for loop inside I inside B. It will increment continue, it will see finally. Okay, we have not initialized the variable again, so for next case temp value has to be 0, right? Else it will keep on adding the value. So whenever the next test case comes, temp value will be initialized. Okay, so yeah, it is working. Yeah, correct. Okay, so here you can see that the way I have implemented it, maybe you might find it very confusing or difficult type. Maybe if you will have some better technique, then go for it. That is great. Means you are using your own brain. Okay, so every time it is taking the input, it is checking one by one all the elements, and it is keeping track via temp variable. Okay, once the temp variable is equal to the total length, means the program has found all the elements of set A in set B, and you can declare true. Okay, if any one of them is not found, you will print false. Okay, any condition is not found, print false and break the program. Okay, break the test case. That is what is happening. Let me run it, submit. Couldn't process your submission. Please submit your I think I've done it. Okay, minute. Simple test case is passed. Now it's fine. Okay, so yeah, comparatively easier exercise related to sets. So congratulations, we have done one more. So let's go to the next challenge.